Hi, I'm Michelle Robinson, and I'm here with author Jeff Hartman, and I'm so excited to talk to you about your book. I mean, a fiction story, but based on truth.
It is.
Margoth.
Yes.
I love the name. Tell me about it.
Thank you. So Margoth is a real person.
Okay.
Even though the book is a fiction, it's written about this story of this woman who receives a microfinance loan. And that loan enables her to unlock her business acumen, her leadership skills, her community skills in terms of connecting people, coaching people. And so she takes this loan and she uses it to empower her entire community. The butterfly effect takes over. So one little good deed of helping this woman with this loan, it empowers her and enables her to go out and make a huge difference in the lives of her family, her community, and the surroundings, all because of this loan to help her fund her business.
That's awesome. Now, Jeff, I look at you. You look like a very buttoned-down executive, and I'm wondering why in the world would you write a book about some woman in another country? I mean, it sounds just a little crazy.
That's a great question. So in a previous life, I was an entrepreneur, a business owner, and so about 4 years ago, I was ready to sell my business and move on to the next chapter of life. The organization that I run now, the CareLink Foundation, was founded by my best friend, who was the president of this organization. At exactly the same time when I was ready to retire from the business world and sell my business, my best friend, unfortunately, went out for a run, passed away at exactly the same time I was selling my business. And so that was sort of a God wink. You know, we make plans and God laughs, right? It is a book. We make plans and God laughs, right? So I was ready to retire and do something else. I was on the board of CareLink, and then it became instantly apparent that what I was supposed to do was take over this organization. And CareLink is designed to go into very difficult parts of the world and empower women through these microfinance loans that we provide them. So I went from being a business owner, entrepreneur, to somebody who's running around out in the middle of nowhere giving away money to women to help them start businesses.
So how has that changed you?
Well, it has made me a more grateful person, for sure. I mean, we are from this land of plenty, and it's very difficult to do what I do without feeling an extreme sense of thankfulness and gratitude for the gifts that we do have, right? I mean, we're going into communities where the average woman might be making $2 a day, Michelle, if you can believe that.
No, I
can't. She spends her afternoons picking through garbage dumps for recyclable materials to go and sell. You know, she lives in a house with a dirt floor. You know, we're talking about a different kind of poverty. And so being able to go into these communities and help these women do something significant, it makes you really walk away with a sense of gratitude and thankfulness for what we do have. Microfinance is a powerful thing. It empowers women. It's sustainable. You know, there's lots of good people who go out into the world and give things away. They give away clothing, medicine, food, supplies, and that's good, and that's important for sure. I've done it myself many times. But when you go into a community and you invest, right? People who give me money are not donors; they're investors.
Investors into?
We're investing into the lives of these women. So, you know, if you give $1,000 to your favorite charity, that's a good thing.
Right.
But you may not ever know what happens to that $1,000. I take $1,000 and I put it into the hands of a woman who starts a business, and that changes everything. It empowers her, it's sustainable, and it pays forward, okay? It pays forward. So that $1,000 investment, for example, we funded a woman several years ago. She started a little tortilla business, extremely successful business. She literally wore out the top of her tortilla oven from just using it so much. So we refunded her with a new oven. But anyway, that's awesome. Loan, that changed her life, but then it pays forward as well. So her daughter is now a senior in high school. She was able to take some of the profits from her business, and sent her daughter to school.
Okay.
Now her daughter is going to go to college next year to study to be a nurse. So this is a woman who a few years ago had no hope.
Wow.
And now she has hope. Her daughter has a future. Her daughter has hope.
Wow.
Her daughter has an opportunity to have a good life. And it's all because of this microfinance loan that we were able to put it into her hands. It's a supernatural thing that happens.
I can hear in your voice and I can see in your face just your passion for it. Now, Margot, why did you choose, out of all the women that you've worked with, what made you choose her to write the story about?
Yeah, so she just had the kind of personality that was contagious. It was not about her. It was never about her. She took that loan and she did something for her family. She did something for her kids. She did something for her neighbors. You know, these are people who share things with each other when they're barely making it themselves. So Margot was that kind of a person. And it was a story worth telling.
I love it.
It was a story worth telling. One of the main reasons that I wanted to do this book was to bring a voice to these women, right? So Margot doesn't have a voice. She doesn't have a platform. She doesn't have social media, but I do. And I can take her story and I can magnify her story. I can pick up that megaphone and I can tell the story about what this did for her.
I love it.
And so we chose her because she was the kind of woman that really brings out the best in everyone.
I love that. I love that. Share with the people watching right now how this book can really help them in their lives and how it can change them. Yeah.
Well, one of the reasons that I wrote the book was to inspire people to want to get involved in organizations like mine. Business is a powerful force for good in the world. It really is. You know, business and capitalism sometimes gets a bad rap. But business is a powerful force for good, and there are a lot of really good people who want to give money to good causes. So I would just say to you, consider investing your money in organizations like mine because it lives on for generations to come. And I know most people want to make a difference in this world.
They do.
People pick up books and read them.
They don't know how.
They don't know how. They want to be happy. They want to learn how to be happy. And they want to make a difference. They want to find their purpose. And I submit to you that being connected with an organization that invests, doesn't give away, doesn't do charity, invests in the future of people, I submit to you that's an incredible way to do good in the world. It's an incredible way to find yourself. There's something very supernatural that occurs when you serve other people. What happens? You get way more back than you give.
Before we go, I'm so excited, Jeff, that we have a special guest, Mark Victor Hansen, co-author of Chicken Soup for the Soul, that sold over 500 million books, if you can believe it. And Mark, we're so excited to have you here. And I know you know about this great book.
I've read it. I love it. I'm so proud of my friend Jeff because he is about to wake up the inner soul of absolutely everybody, because everybody has a giving nature. And once you start giving, as he's been saying to you on the show, you start living more fully, more vitally, more resourcefully, and the good just inundates you. So he is waking up this wonderful reflective giving that's going to make everybody better off. And I'm just so excited for my dear friend Jeff and his great book.
Well, you want to say hello to Mark? I mean, I know you guys know each other, but
Thank you, Mark.
Is exciting to have him with us.
Appreciate all your help on the book. Thank you very much. You're an inspiration to anybody who's ever thought about writing a book. So thank you.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure. And he's going to source and serve so many people that aren't awake to like the story he's telling about why we've got to be charitable, why we've got to give, and why it has ongoing Doppler effect into a greater, bigger, better life for not only us, for the reader, for the people that are going to wake up that they're giving nature, because the more you give, the more you live, as far as I'm concerned.
I love it. I love it. The more you give, the more you live. I love it, Mark. Thank you so much for being with us.
Good to see you both. Thank you for having me on.
Thanks, Mark.
Absolutely. Well, I'm so excited that he was able to join us. Isn't that
terrific.
wonderful?
That's terrific.
So how can we get in touch with you? You know, we've talked about your book and just about Margot, and I know women and men are going to want to read this story.
Sure.
So how can they get a hold of this book?
Yeah, so take a look at jeffreyhartman.org.
Okay.
You can find out more about the book. You can buy the book. You can learn about the work that we're doing and find out how you can get connected to our mission and make a difference in the world.
Okay, and how do can they get in touch with the organization as well?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
So if they go to jeffreyhartman.org, that will take them to everything that we're doing, the book, the organization,
I love it.
the mission work that we're doing as well. So.
Okay, don't you love what Mark said? To give is to live. To give is to live.
Amen.
Thank you for joining us.